My name is Seth Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this.
Alright, so guys, let's step into Photoshop and let's start with today's video. Go to create new, and then I'm going to use a dimension that you all know I always do when I'm designing a square flyer. I'll set here 2 pixels, and then I'll set here to 2000, and I'll set here to 2000 as well. Then I'll set here to 72, and pixels per inch here, RGB here, 8-bit here, white here. Let's call it corporate meeting flyer, right? And then let's click on create. Now I also want us to go to view. Let's go to new guard layout. I would like to set here to 4, and I'll set here to 11, and then I'll set here to 1.5 across, and then I'll click on OK. Sweet. Now first let's start with our background. Okay, and so our background is going to be quite simple. We don't want it to be too fancy because it's just a corporate meeting somewhere here, right? And then perhaps I'll drag it down a little bit. Now you can see it. Let's give it a definite color so that we can see it. Let's use 0B140E. So it's deep green or dark green. Now this is because it's the meeting is about environment and nature and stuff like that, and so we want to keep it nature. Green has to do with nature, so we'll stick with this one, and then I'll put it in the group and I'll call it B. Sweet. Let's start with our text. I'll type over here, go and then pick this and then paste it here. Now open my character, and then I am going to use impact, impact regular. Alright, so I'm going to set here to 100. That's the font size, and then I'm going to set the leading to 110. Sweet, it's coming off nicely. I'm going to make it all caps. Make sure I take the italics off, and then let's give it a reddish color. Let's give it AF242B, and then let's click on OK. And so just like that, we are done with it. But then there was a reason why we gave it these lines. Okay, we want it to hit it. We want to keep our document and our design as aligned as possible, and so we're going to keep it like this. And then let's type somewhere here. Let's pick topic, and then let's paste it there. Now with topic, we are going to use a different font. We are going to use Montserrat for it, or some. Let's use medium over here, and then let's set the font size to 4:8 for it as well. The tracking, let's keep it 0. Let's keep it all caps over here, and then we are going to change the color to color white. But before we do that, you want to give it, white. Let's make it black. All right, let's make it black, and then let's drag the topic on top of it. Now change the color to color white. All right, now we can keep it in the middle of the rectangle. Make sure it's in the middle. Use your eyes to gauge it and make sure it's in the middle. Something like this isn't bad, right? So we are going to keep it like this, and then also we are going to keep some details here as well. Also guys, very important, anytime your client wants you to design something for them, try and then perhaps open a Microsoft Word or maybe Notepad, and then make sure that you have your so I selected this red color. Okay, make sure this is also off. Make sure you have all your details typed over there or copied over there. That way it makes it very easy for you to put everything you want on the canvas. Okay, so this one I'm going to use a different font. I am going to use Hamstale demo. Sweet. I'll take this one off and then drag it here. Sweet. Now you want to make sure that the font size is 73. Great. You also want to make sure the tracking is 0, and then like I said, you are using this reddish color, and that is it. Let's drag it down a little bit, duplicate it, and then drag it this way. Now with this particular one, let's go and pick this, copy, and then let's paste it there. Now you also want to drag it as close to it a little bit as possible, and then we are also going to keep it hamsterly. We're going to keep it regular here. We're going to keep it 73 here. The tracking, we're going to keep it 0, but let's click here. Let's keep it black. Right, let's set the color to color black here, and then we are done with this. But then the team needs something to separate it. Let's duplicate it, and then let's type this. All right, and then let's drag it somewhere here. Okay, now we can keep everything in a group, and let's call it topic. Okay, let's go and pick all our logos. I'll first like to start with this one, drag it in there, and then let's resize it, drag it somewhere here. Let's type here, let's go here, and let's pick United. Let's keep it Montserrat, and then let's keep it bold here, and then let's set here to 25, and then let's come here to the leading, let's set it to 22.3. so let's set the size here to 25, guys. Okay, 25 here for the size, and then let's set here to 22.3. let's set the tracking to 0 here, and let's click here. Let's set this color 1E4360. Why did I do that? Because of the logo color here. I just want to use that color as well. Then let's push it somewhere here. Sweet. Let's go and pick the other logos as well. Let's pick this one. Let's drag it like that, and then let's drag it like that. Let's drag it like that. Now let's pick this from here to here. Let's drag it that way, then let's give it like that. Right click and then convert to smart object, and then you want hold shift. All right, hold shift, don't hold alt. If you hold alt, it's going to distort. Hold shift. Okay, so something like this. It's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. All right, so let's duplicate this again, and let's drag it here. In fact, let's drag it on top of it, and let's drag it here as well. And then let's type here, let's go and pick partner, and then let's go to character. Let's make sure we are using Montserrat. Let's set here to semi bold, the size here to 27 this time. Make it quite bigger. Click here to make everything bold or caps. Let's click here, let's set it to color black as well. The tracking, let's keep the tracking at 0 over here. Then that is pretty much it. Let's drag it somewhere here. All right, let's go and pick our logo. This one, drag it in there, and then let's resize it. Now drag it up. You also want to drag it beneath partner. Okay, and then bring it down like that, bring it down like that, and then let's resize that. Oh, why do I keep holding control? Hold shift and then do it like that. Is it? Now I think this is good, so I'm going to keep it like this. Okay, and then let's put everything in a group. Let's call it Lego. What happened to the O? Let's type the O back. Alright, so we're done with our logos. Let's start with our guest. And so I'll bring my lines like this, and then I would see, let's go and pick ellipse tool, Now I would like to start from here, drag it all the way here. Maybe hold shift and drag it up a little bit more, just maybe like this. Alright, so we have our first circle. The next one we're going to do is duplicate it. Let's go here. Okay, make sure this is selected. Let's go here. Let's make sure that fill is off, no color. Let's go to stroke, and then let's click over here, and for the stroke let's give it 7 4 2 6 2 1. Click on OK, and then let's also make sure the size over here is, let's say 5. Let's say we're going to use 5. Okay, and then let's also make sure that here is a solid straight line, and then let's close it. Now I want you to zoom in a little bit, and then Ctrl T to transform it, and then let's hold shift and alt at the same time, and then let's resize it in a little bit. I think this is too much. Let's drag it out a little bit more, something like this. Now I think this is great. This is great so far. Let's duplicate it, and then the one underneath it, let's give it a mask. The one on top here, let's hide it. All right, I also want you to pick this particular one, and then from here, middle here, come in like this and come like this. Okay, so something like this. Click over here, click on your brush tool, and then make sure the color over here is color black as well. Make sure it's a hard round brush, and then make sure caps lock is off, and then the opacity and the flow is 100, and then also make sure you click over here, and then let's clean it. Awesome. Now I want you to hold here, hold Alt, and then drag it up. Alright, now click over here, double click here and click on invert. Sweet. Now over here I want you to click on U, and these options are going to pop up for you. I just want you to go here and set it to dot. That is all. That is all. Nothing much to do, but I want you to zoom in more, and then with your brush selected, and then make sure it's hard round brush, click over here, and then set here to color black, and then let's hide maybe the first 2 zeros or the first 2 dots. Sweet. Now I also want you to click over here, create a new one, and then hold Alt and pick the color there, and then hit it here like that. Right click it and then convert to smart object, and then let's resize it like that, a little bigger than that circle or the dotted ones, and then just keep it in the middle like that. Duplicate it and drag it down as well. You also want to keep it in the middle like that, and that is it. But I want you to come down here, duplicate this one and drag it on top. Sweet. Now let's zoom in again. This is awesome, guys. It's awesome. Let's resize it. Let's resize it a little bit more. Now because we want to see it, double click here and choose the inner color here. That means we need to resize it out a little bit more. Something like this is great. Now we can go and pick our image and drag it in there, and then resize it more. Right click it and create clipping mask. It's in there now. Let's drag it this way, and then let's drag the down one here, or let's even make it much more bigger, and then let's resize it. Make sure the image or the face is in the middle of the circle. You know, we want to keep it aligned as much as possible, so something like this is good. Now I want to keep everything in a group. Let's call it 1. Also keep 1 in the group again, and then let's call it let me keep it caps. Let's call it guest. All right, so we have guest. In guest we have one in here. Let's open one. Now I want us to type somewhere here, and then let's pick the name of the person. It's called Arnold Katande or something like that. Katende. Let's go here, and then let's look for Montserrat, and then let's look for Montserrat here. We are going to set here to bold. All right, and then let's set here to 31. Click on enter, and then over here we're going to keep the tracking to 0. Make sure everything is caps over here, and then the leading here we are going to use 34.7. Now I know you're going to say it's not really affecting it. Yes, it's because it's not affecting it, but it's for subsequent ones as well. Click over here, make sure it's middle aligned as well. Go back to character, and then over here let's change the color to, let's say, F5 D9 3F, a yellowish color, and that is it. Let's drag it to the middle of the circle. All right, so I feel like it's in the middle of the circle. I don't really know, but we can do one thing. We can click over here, Ctrl T, and then drag it into the middle over here, and then come here to Arnold and make sure Arnold is also in the middle over here. You see why I like my guards? My guard layouts is really helpful, man. It's really helpful. So we are done with this one. Let's copy the name, and then let's name the group like that so that we don't get confused. And let's duplicate Arnold again, and then let's drag it down. I want us to pick the position he occupies. He's the founder of Joint Organic. Wow, aquaponics. I told you this guy is a smart guy. And so let's open it, and then we are using Montserrat again. We are using semi-bold for it. All right, and then we are going to keep here 18.6. Awesome. We're going to keep the tracking 0 here. We are going to keep this side 20. That's the leading 20. Let's see. Yeah, 20 is good. Make sure this is not here. Awesome. Let's keep here white. We don't want it to be all yellowish, so let's keep here white to bring some contrast in there. And then let's drag it up a little bit more, duplicate it, and bring it down. Let's pick the country. It's from Uganda. I know it's from Uganda. And then let's put it here. Now we also want to bring some contrast in there, so capital letters, small letters, capital letters again, right? And then we are still using Montserrat. Let's use semi-bold here. We are still using the same size here, but then the tracking, let's keep it 200. All right, and then also keep it caps over here, make it white over here, and that is it. Okay, so let's bring it down here a little bit, and that is it, guys. That is it. Let's keep it here, Arnold over here, and then let's see. Okay, so now that we are done with Arnold, we can duplicate it and bring it somewhere here. Okay, sweet. Can keep it somewhere here. Awesome. And then we can fill in with the rest of the details. Let's go here. Let's pick, the name is Engineer Yahaya Al Hassan. So copy it, we paste it here. Let's click here, let's paste it here. All right, and then let's drag this and this down. But let's zoom in for this. Let's drag it down a little bit. Okay, now let's go and pick his position. Wow, it's a lot. Let's copy it over here. Let's paste it. Sweet. Let's drag the country down a little bit, and then let's pick, oh, he's from Ghana, so let's paste it there. So now we are left with the image here. Let's delete it, and then let's go and pick his image. Where is he? This is he. Drag him in there. Then let's zoom out, resize it a little bit. Create clipping mask. Now he's in there. Now you can see it. Let's drag him much more bigger, and then you can see this is a straight image. He looks kind of tilted, so let's rotate him and then drag him this way. I want his head to show a lot, so because people are not interested in his body but more of the head and the face. They want to know who the person is. So let's rotate him more. Let's drag him in the middle of the circle, and that is it. That's it with Yahaya. So we're done with the details here. We're done with his name and everything. But then you see, this particular guy, Arnold, is the moderator of the whole event. The rest are all guest speakers, and so we want to keep Arnold quite different from the rest. So what we are going to do is we're going to keep him this color scheme nice, but then over here let's change the color scheme. Okay, so this here is white. All right, we're going to double click it and we are going to change it to 1 2 6 3 2 D. Awesome. And now we can see the strokes over there. So what we are going to do is, this is it, we are going to come over here, click on U, it's going to show here, click here, let's select white. Now you can see it. And then also let's see which one is this. Let's click here, let's go here, let's go here, let's use a yellowish color. A yellowish color I'm about to give you. You're going to use F5 D9 3F. Click on OK, and then these ones you're going to keep it white as well. Color overlay, click here, let's set it to white. Right click it and copy layer style, click here and paste layer style, and then we are done with it. We are done with that one too. Now make sure your lines are showing. Ctrl J to copy it, click on your move to hold shift and drag it here. This is the moderator, but nobody knows he's the moderator. So what we got to do is let people know he's the moderator, and we'll do that by just saying he's the moderator. And so we pick it and then you paste it there, and then let's click over here. We are still using Mount Sirat, and then you're going to keep it regular here. Nice. Let's keep here 25. The track, let's keep it 0. Keep all caps over here. We are going to keep it white over here as well. Ctrl T, right click it and then counterclockwise. Let me see. Yeah, counterclockwise it is. Let's move it here. Now, as usual, alignment is so keen over here. We need to make sure it's, vertically, it's in the middle of the circle. But we can achieve that by going to our guest, going to Arnold, and then go it over here. Nice. Ctrl T and then dragging a line all the way to the middle over here. Simple, right? Now once we bring our Ctrl H, that line is going to appear. Now we can close it. We can close the guest here, close here, click on moderator, Ctrl T, and you want to make sure moderator is in the middle of it. Now right click here and then let's pick rectangular 2. Over here, click and drag it like that, and then just drag it like that, right? Let's drag it like that. No big deal, no big deal. Click here, let's set the fill to 0. Click over here and then let's click over here, sorry, let's set it to color white. Then sometimes they're not white. You want to click here and then make sure you see it's not white. Oh boy, it's not white. Click over here, and then let's make sure here is 3.5. Let's see. Nice. Okay, so we have it like this. I want you to click over here, and then from here all the way to this side, I want you to give it a mask. Double click the mask and then invert. Sweet. Now you also want to make sure it's in the middle of the line over here, and secondly you can also drag it like that and drag it like that. Okay, I think this is great. Let's keep it in the middle of moderator. You can see moderator is just by the line over here. Everything is well placed on purpose. Let me select this one and then click over here. Click on my brush to make sure here is color black, and then let me click that side. If possible, even add more meat to it. So let me zoom out. Let me see how it looks like. I like it. So now people know it's the moderator. I'll duplicate it and then drag it down. I would also go to guest, engineer. That's Mrs. Maureen. Where is Mrs. Maureen? This is Mrs. Maureen. Let's click over here, Ctrl T, and then let's zoom in. Very important. Now graphic design, these are the little stuff that separates the amateurs from the real guys. The details. Ctrl T. All right, select it and then drag this all the way here. Select the middle. That's it. Great. Now we can close Maureen. Now we know where the middle is. So this one we're going to name it speakers, right? Because they are speakers. And then we also want to make sure it's in the middle of that line. Sweet. Now you want to pick this one. Also want to make sure it's in the middle of that line. Awesome. And that is it. Now you also want to zoom out a little bit, duplicate it, select the two of them, duplicate it, and then let's see, you want to drag it all the way here. I want to drag it all the way here and drag it all the way here. All right, now we want the exact spacing over here to be the exact spacing over here. So what we can do is the whole of the guest, we can select it, Ctrl T, and then just move it here a little bit, and then over here this particular one, Ctrl T, and then right click it, flip horizontal, and then let's move it this way. Let's see. Sweet. Now speakers over here, we are still using speakers, but we want to make sure speakers is close to this. All right, and then also we want to make sure this is like that, and if possible Ctrl T for the speakers. Let's bring the speaker down like that. All right, Ctrl T for this one. Also want to make sure it is centered like that. In fact, with this particular one, let's drag it up a little bit more. Drag it up a little bit more. And there was a reason I'm doing that. Okay, so something like this is great. Now you want to reveal more of it so that they know that this is not the only speaker. Speakers are more. So we're going to click over here, click on our brush tool, and then make sure here is color white. All right, and then let's just reveal more of it. Okay, so let's Control T and then move it like that. Awesome. Make sure here's color black and then hide that side, and then that is it. The guests, I still feel like we should move them here a little bit more, so at least you can see distance here, the same distance over here. It means a lot, guys. It means a lot. Okay, so we are done with this particular one. Let's put here and here in a group, and let's call it moderator. Nice. Now let's start with some details over here. We need to know the time, we need to know the date, we need to know all those stuff. Let's click over here, let's pick the time, and then let's paste it over here. Go over here, we are going to use impact for it, and so you're going to set it to regular. Let's click over here, let's set it to 144, enter, and then the tracking, we are going to keep it at 0, keep everything here caps as well, and then we're going to keep it white over here. And then let's bring this let's bring our lines, and then let's drag it to hit the line here. Now you can drag it down a little bit more, and then let's click over here, and then let's pick the date and let's paste it there. Now this is too big. Okay, so we are still going to use impact, still regular, but over here let's set it to 48.5, enter, and then let's zoom in, click on your move tool, move it somewhere here. Okay, so you can see it's also touching this line. That is great. Now I want us to double click it and select this particular side of it. Come here and let's change the color to DA3B 43. All right, 43. Great. All right, so let's select this one as well, and then let's click here, let's pick that color there. Let's select this, let's pick that color there, and then that is it. We are done with the date and time. Let's put it in a group, let's call it date time. Now let's type over here, and then let's pick this. We want to put our social media handles over there. Click over here. We are going to use Tiempo's headline for it, so TIEM for Tiempo's headline. All right, let's click on Tiempo's headline. We are going to use medium over here, and then let's keep the size over here 39, and then the tracking, let's keep it at 0, keep it italics over here as well, and then we are going to keep it color black. In fact, let's keep it color black now so that we don't forget. Now this is because we are going to keep a white object under it so that the color will stand out. Now duplicate it and then drag it down a little bit more, and then let's pick this one also, let's paste it there, let's zoom in. Okay, also want to make sure this is on the line as well. Sweet. Now let's see whether we can drag it down more. All right, now let's go and then let's see, that's the entire details. Wow, we are done with it almost. Let's go and pick our Facebook handle. Let's drag it into Photoshop like that. Sweet. Let's put it somewhere here, and then let's go and then let's pick which one again, Instagram account. Let's drag it in there, and then let's resize it. And then let's move it somewhere here. Now I want us to double click it and then go to color overlay, click here, and let's select color black for it. Okay, and that is it. Now I want us to go and pick Twitter, drag Twitter in there as well. Let's resize it, Let's drag it somewhere here, and then let's resize it also. Drag it up, drag it quite closer to it, and then we also want to keep it color black. So let's go to color overlay, set it to black, and then okay, sweet. And then we like to bring our Facebook Live also in there. Drag it somewhere here. You want to make sure it's also hitting that. Okay, make sure it hits the line. And then let's also come and pick our zoom, drag it in there, resize, and then let's drag it here. All right, Ctrl T. Awesome. Click here, hold shift and click here. Let's drag all of them down a little bit more. Okay, and then let's come right click here and pick ellipse 2, and then just draw something like that. And then let's just drag it down. You want to make sure it is underneath everything. In fact, let's double click it and let's pick white. Ctrl T, let's rotate it and bring it like that. I'm not really feeling it. Okay, I think I'll stick with this. So let's see, I'll click here, hold shift, click here, put everything in a group, and then perhaps I'll call it live, and that is it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create this particular flyer. Now, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel as well. And don't forget, my PSD files are going for a cool price or fee. If you're interested, just follow the link in the description. It's a seller account. It will show you how to get it. And then see you in the next video or tutorial. I love you all, guys. Peace.